Man, I tell you what, we had a good year and a good run updating you guys week after week on the best cards to use, the best abilities, the best chemistries, best cards in the game. It's one of my favorite things I've done for you guys since I've started my YouTube channel. And I love doing it each and every week. I love being able to try stuff out and help inform you guys and also take knowledge from you guys as well. It is the best team in Madden. It's the finale. We're going to do some retros, but this is the last one for Madden 21, guys. We had a great run. If you're looking to build the best team in Madden, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com to avoid the packs and save some racks. Use code CC for 5% off. Link is in the description below. Fastest coins, cheapest coins. Use code CC. We'll see you guys on the sticks. 5% off. Be great. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? It is the best team in Madden finale, and thank you guys so much for your support throughout the year. It means the absolute world to me. Man, I love doing this. I just enjoy this so much, going over the cards, and I feel like throughout the year we've saved people. This is gonna sound crazy, billions of coins on people not getting bad cards. For sure, easily. But if you like the best team in Madden, if you are excited for Madden 22 coming around, because it's going to be coming back very soon, make sure you hit the like, make sure you are subscribed, all that sort of stuff. But it's the best team in Madden. And what is the best team in Madden? Well, it is basically a lineup update every week. We would go through what's good, what's bad, what's not there, all that, and talk about it. Now, this year was a little different. With the next gen and current gen, once sort of December hit, certain cards were better on one console and not the other. A Derrick Henry, for example, right? With next gen, Goon, probably going to be a Goon next year as well. And then obviously the quarterbacks and the speed that they could get out of the pocket really did matter. So for here, Aaron Rodgers on next gen is absolutely phenomenal. But on current gen, I always felt like he was a little bit slow. Maybe go a little RG3 on current gen, right? You know what I'm saying? But this is what we're going to be doing, showing you guys the final. This is the final team. This is the final team. And we have other cards in our binder. We have every golden ticket and all that. But this is the team I still feel like is indeed my favorite cards, the best cards to use for me. Now, maybe if you run the ball consistently, you have Derrick Henry up in your top 3 halfbacks. Right? Maybe you do. Maybe you do. I still think Derrick Henry is a phenomenal card, but I sort of use him so much. I wanted to not use him for a bit. And Zeke is also very great. Same thing with the tight ends. Obviously, I have sort of my own sort of passion here. We have Kyle Pitts who can air truck. Robert Woods can't. So maybe you don't have a Robert Woods there. Calvin Johnson at tight end. At wide receiver. One of the absolute best cards we've ever seen in my... You can't really debate that. I promise you that. Let's go over it. Offensive line. Obviously, I will always feel this way, and this is you're gonna just grasp this feeling going into next year. You just kind of want the best guys, and what I mean by you want the best guys is stuff like this. So we'll look at the attributes here for these cards, right? So anytime you're looking at offensive line attributes, what I want you guys to look at is strength, weight. Okay, so 99 strength here, 311. Over 300 pounds is great, right? Pass block, power, pass block, finesse, PBP and PBF. You want those numbers as high as possible as well. Don't worry about PBK for pass block. Doesn't really matter. For run blocking, you don't want RBP and RBF. You just want RBK, okay? That's the way you want it. Now, obviously, if you have pulling guards and stuff like that, impact block is important as well. If you run, say, a strong power or counters or power O's and stuff like that, you're going to have a better chance of getting those sort of pancake blocks there. But for the most part, this is what you always really do want to look at. Awareness also does matter much more in the center position than outside positions. So keep that in mind as well. It obviously helps your team pass block a little bit better. Not necessarily hold blocks longer, but maybe react slightly better, okay? You're going to see that going into next year. So again, that's what you should always just look at for offensive linemen. Let's just put that down basically there. Tight end here, Kyle Pitts, the rookie premier. It's a really good card. It is a really good card. It's a 99 overall. We know it's going to be a good card. Obviously, with chemistries and team boosts and all that, speeds and all that were really, really high this year. I expect that to not be the same next year. We didn't see physical chemistries in the beta. Doesn't mean that it couldn't be there in these sort of chemistry cards or whatever, team cards, whatever they were called. But it could be there. But again, big tight ends, 245 pounds was obviously the goal for every sort of tight end to get this year. To air truck, bam, hits had it right there. But Bobby Woods was one of my favorite cards to use at tight end for sure. Just an amazing card right here. Loved it. Now, when we talk about maybe some of the lower cards that we really enjoyed this year, was like a Travis Kelce. Was really quite good for a while there for us as well. Obviously, Darren Waller at tight end, all powered up. Maybe you have him over Robert Woods. Again, that's kind of up to you. But for me, Woods, smaller card, having him as a second tight end with 99 run block, just really was nice to help set that sort of edge when I would be running routes. Running the ball to the left for me in my offense, right? Most underrated card in the game for me was Cordarrelle Patterson this year. No question about it. This card is still slept on. And I understand why, but especially, again, we go to talk about next gen here. Weight was a really big thing. The size of players was a really big thing on breaking tackles and all that. And Patterson is one of the heaviest wide receivers in the game. There's obviously a couple different players who might have been a slightly heavier, make it add a position, Jeremy Shockey. But 238 here for him with the speed, the route running, and then everything else with the ball carrier moves. Again, Patterson was a running back, so they stacked him here. Change the direction, carrying, spin, juke, break tackle. This card, if you didn't get to use it, I feel bad for you. Amazing card. Love it. So we got Kittle at fullback here. And again, quarterback, it really just depends on the console you're going to be on. For here, we still have Rodgers and all them, but we have all the other quarterbacks necessary as well. Griffin, Tebow, Ogden, Carr, Lawrence, Tannehill, Vic, Favre, Taysom, old Throny right here, sitting here too. So we have 11 99 overall quarterbacks on the team here. You can sort of pick and choose. Again, Favre was probably the guy who sort of set the trend for most of the year, and it is what it is. So however you pick there. Again, I think Zeke is the best overall running back for the year. Not just because of his stats, but because obviously the golden ticket, being able to give him all these different abilities, was really, really good. So I did love that. But Zeke, great card catch. This card, again, an absolute monster. An absolute monster of a card. I love this card. They did such a good job making this card. Whoever made it, shout out to you. Love that as well. Now, some of the other running backs that we used a little bit, we know like Bo's really good, and he's a Bo Jackson, right? Same with the Barry Sanders. But the Michael the Burner Turner, Big Mike, I love using Big Mike this year. I hope he comes back to be able to use him more. Very much a little bowling ball. A little trouble catching. That's why he can't really stay up high. Again, we go to receiver, Randy Moss, Julio Jones out there. Obviously great, but this tight end Calvin at receiver is just mind-bogglingly good. At receiver with 99 speed, all these 99s, high strength, high run block, 236. Again, the carrying is there. The break tackle is there. Everything about this card is just absolutely indeed amazing. It was a great year for receivers. It really was. They did such a good job with them. Roddy White we have on the team here. Not the best card. It's okay. Defensively, it was the year of the safety. Some years we get really, really good safeties. Some years we don't. My God, this year was absolutely stacked head to toe with safeties. Calvin Johnson, Grant Delpit, Isaiah Simmons, Jamal Adams, DK Metcalf, Sean Taylor. There's so many others. Let's look. Harmon was good. Morag, meh, not the best. Jamal Adams, great. Carl Banks, great. Cam Chancellor, great. Derwin was great. Ken O'Neal was great. Taylor Mays. And we didn't get some upgrades on some guys who would have even stacked this more, which I know I would have liked. I think you guys would have liked as well. Lawyer Malloy would have been great. Atwater would have been a beast. Pat Watkins is the one that the card I wish got upgraded the most, but he did not up at this point. But safeties were just absolutely amazing. And I pushed and I pressured a lot of you guys this year. I said, you should use safeties at cornerback. People are like, no, I'm going to use my cornerbacks. You know what? By all means, you go for it. This has been a thing ever since I've been playing Madden on the more competitive side, not competitively, but more competitive side. Since Madden 25, safeties at cornerback is an absolute game changer. If you do not use them, especially as the year goes on, you are doing yourself a disservice. Now, I understand a lot of people used man coverage consistently this year, and some of these safeties don't have great man coverage. Oh, I get it. That's fine. But if you were playing zone, you should have had these guys out there, but with their block shitting, their hit power, and their size. The safeties are just bigger in general. You're not running out of 5'10" cornerback at this point. You're running out of 6'3", 6'2", 6'4", up to 6'5". That's tough. That's why Richard Sherman, early in the year, whenever he would get a good upgrade, being so tall, throwing in a flat zone, yeah, he wasn't the fastest, but man, he was covering. It's going to be the same next year. I promise you that, especially with the way that the in-game physics are going to be. Again, a lot of it is based on size, height, weight. You can get these guys who are big players out there. They're going to be able to shed those blocks way better. 228 for DK Metcalf at 6'3". That's huge. Gentlemen, that is huge, okay? Now, otherwise, the best cornerbacks, actual true cornerbacks that I saw and used in the game this year, 100% Dante Robinson. I don't know. I have no reason why, but he played so good. And then Jalen Ramsey. Now, obviously, Deion Sanders and some of these other guys were great. The golden ticket cornerbacks weren't great, in my opinion, and that's okay. Linebackers, again, would have been an absolutely phenomenal year for linebackers if they mattered. You didn't have to put Lurker on them. But putting Lurker on them really did actually help my defense out a little bit because, again, playing on a lot of next gen, it's a very run heavy system at that point. I needed to be in sort of like a 3-4 sometimes, and I needed my user to be able to catch the ball because people would actually pass out of running formations. So just Delon Jones, golden ticket, Willis, Shazier, Sam Mills, all absolutely amazing cards. This Delon Jones card is also sick. This is, whoa, my God. This card makes plays. He makes plays. He makes plays big time. Big time. And then again, when we go to pass rushers here, we always have the gold ticket pass rushers. Zadarius Smith and Clowney, 1 and 2. Lawrence Taylor falls in behind them at linebacker pass rusher. Derek Robertson was still pretty good as well. And then we get to the actual DN. Sweat, Peppers, Freeney, Strahan's new card, which just came out. Robert Mathis, so much speed. I really like the Dwight Freeney card. That's a bit of a bias here for me, but Montez Sweat's golden ticket is one of my favorite cards to look at as well. Just a beast of a card. Played him at spy a lot. Why? Hey, he's 6'6", stands there, he gets picks. In a weekend league, using Montez Sweat only as a spy, and because we've got other great pass rushers, right? But I can put him at D tackle, throw him in a spy. 2 to 4 interceptions a week as a spy. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And then we even got Big Geno here, who, if you want to play at DT's at DT, great card. It's a great card. Now, I think the best card we got on defense this year is not an Isaiah Simmons. So Isaiah Simmons had the longest staying power of any card, in my opinion. Best card to me is Carl Banks. Okay? The speed, the strength at safety, 6'4", 96 strength, and he is just the most complete card for however you want to use him. 99 power move, 84 finesse move is there as well, 99 block shedding, 99 pursuit, 99 man, 99. Like, this card was absolutely insane. He's probably the best card in the game statistically this year. Yes, I think so. I personally think so. Could be wrong there, but there's so many safeties. Being able to use them all. Say, CC, if he's the best card, where is he on your team? Well, he's on the specialist category here. Him and T Mays obviously down here, using as my sub linebackers for my nickel plus sets. Again, so obviously we use Zeus and Clowney, and then Sweat and Freeney right here. Running backs, slot wide receiver, slot cornerback is what it is. And then we got kind of this, just a couple cards that we got, which were really, really good. And I really liked Koo getting a golden ticket. Again, first time we've ever got a golden ticket. I love that slight bias. But getting Reggie Bush back and being able to use him in so many different ways. Reggie Bush was kind of a game changer early on in the year, that 50 card. And then this card is obviously a way better version of it. But with the way that the game is and the time it came out, it wasn't as special, unfortunately. And a lot of times how special a card is just based on when it's released. But I still love the Reggie Bush was in. I wish a lot of the Campus Hero cards got more upgrades. I would have loved to have really been able to use a Vince Young. I think that having abilities in the game is just going to be a thing. But I also wish that it didn't sort of limit who you could use sometimes. You know what I mean? But I get that, like, it's okay to have like Rich Gannon be really good because he could get certain abilities. So I enjoyed that, but I also don't enjoy that like I couldn't really use Vince Young. But that's the team. We went through a lot of abilities, a lot of chemistries. We spent a lot of coins and a lot of money to get to this team. I loved it. I had a great time building this team year after year, week after week. And I couldn't be more excited to start over. I love the beginning of MUT. It is just the best for me. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. And I look forward to taking this journey with you again next year. Be great. Take care. I love you guys. And I'm out. Peace.